Good evening. Residents in the northeast part of the valley have been accustomed to hearing roaring engines for years, but fighter jets from Nellis weren't the ones making noise today. Instead, it was the Indy cars who are ringing people's eardrums at the first ever Las Vegas 500K.
Those cars. There's your front row. Ari Lyondike on the pole.
Shortly after 1 p.m., racing history in the valley was made as the green flag dropped for the start of the Las Vegas 500K. Ari Lyondike blasted ahead of the field early, establishing the type of pace that most expected. Fast.
Gordon is getting a little bit of a draft.
But just 9 laps into the race, Johnny Parsons slides into the wall on turn 4. But it would be turns 1 and 2 that would provide the most action during the day. Around lap 29, a 3-car pileup sends Brad Murphy to the hospital with a broken hip.
Whoa, car into the wall. 2 of them, big hit.
Just 30 laps into the race, 4 drivers were already watching from the pits, but really, race teams weren't surprised about the early outings.
Every race is different. This is a great place to be racing at. It's very dusty, unfortunately, so if you get offline, it gets a bit slippery, but not at all. This is racing. This is the most difficult racing in the world, and that's part of the game.
The racing continued with the likes of Robbie Gordon, Tony Stewart, and Lyondike keeping ahead of the pack. But then Stewart crashed into the wall, and moments later, Lyondike followed.
But Ari Lyondike from second out of the run. And again, the yellow flies here. Richie Hearn, the leader.
Shortly after the wreck, Ari blamed not the track, but instead the conditions.
Probably a good idea would be to start this race at 10 in the morning, because in the afternoon the winds always pick up here, and today is an example of that.
The winds continued to create havoc on the track, shattering the pace of the race with wrecks after wrecks after wrecks, until finally the race itself had to be stopped.
Red flag, red flag.
After a brief delay, they restarted the race, and at last, after 9 cautions, Richie Hearn puts the pedal to the metal and outlasts the rest of the field to capture the checkered flag.
For John Della Penna. Michelle Jourdain comes home in second. Mike Groff is...
Well, of course, today was a racing first for Las Vegas. News 13's Ron Futrell has been at the track all week long. And Ron, first off, your thoughts on the race?
Well, Mario, first of all, 67,000 fans out here watching this race, an incredible crowd, an incredible event. Certainly it was tough and rough out there at times for some of the drivers. Tony Stewart admitted to UMC it looks like a broken collarbone. Brad Murphy admitted to UMC with a broken femur. At the UMC Trauma Center, Stan Waddles, Mark Dismore, and Johnny O'Connell looks like they're going to be okay. 2 of those drivers are going to get CAT scans and see what they're like. Johnny O'Connell was the incredible thing. He went over on the top right in the main stretch. He was okay. Didn't have to be treated. He was just released. Joining us now, the winner of the race. Richie Hearn, congratulations on winning this thing out there. It was tough out there, wasn't it, at times for you guys?
Yeah, it was quite a battlefield. Unfortunately, we had a good car. We stayed out of the trouble. A little luck on our side, but man, there were flying debris all over the place.
How did it feel to win this thing? Now, you did real well. You had 222 when we were back here during the testing session in July. You know this track.
Well, it feels really good. It's a team effort, and all year long we've run strong, but we haven't quite put it together at the end, and it really feels good to end the 96th year on a high note like this.
Team owner is also here, John De La Penna. If you can go ahead and step in for a moment here. You got to be excited about this guy winning this race, your final race in the IRL.
Yeah, we won at least a race every year we've been together, and I was a little concerned about this year we'd go out without a win, but we pulled it off. It's great.
Any chance, Richie, you'll be coming back here racing in the future, perhaps with kart, now that you're going into that series?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see me back. It's an incredible facility, and I don't think any driver is complete without racing here.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Congratulations. You mentioned a team effort. You guys did it today.
Thank you.
All right, Mario, back to you in the studio. Great day out here for racing.
All right, Ron, thank you very much. To football now, he has one of the finest dudes in all...